What's up, guys? Welcome back to the episode of Lemon Football, and today I will be doing a review for you guys on the Under Armour Combat Glove. I got these in a size large, which you can't quite see there, but these are a lineman slash fullback linebacker kind of glove. And so without further ado, we'll get into that video. Alright guys, so here we have me wearing the gloves. Now just start, we'll take a quick tour of them. On the inside you can see where the black, that is a mesh perforation, just to help with breathability because these are a very heavy glove. You also have it on the thumbs, and you have the padding on the palms for hitting and that kind of thing. That's on the inside with that grab tack. On top you have, everywhere it is black, it is padded except from the fingers, that is a grab tack. And in between there you do have a little bit of mesh to help your fingers bend easier, as well as perforations on your thumbs to help movement. Okay, now if I was going to compare this to a glove, I'd kind of compare them to the Cutter Shock Scene glove. However, since Under Armour does not make a glove like this anymore, it kind of sucks, because I wish they kept making like a padded receiver running back kind of glove. Because I really love Under Armour, you know. So I really wish they kept creating that, because now the Shock Skin Gamer kind of has them market cornered, which kind of sucks, and they can kind of charge whatever they want. So the reason I bought these gloves was for the warmth, because since there's so much padding, it works perfectly as insulation. So I got these when we hit playoffs, and it was starting to get kind of cold out, and so I got these gloves to keep my hands warm. I wore them for 6 games in the snow. They're, you know, absolutely great gloves for that. And yeah, I absolutely, love these gloves. And one thing is the price now. Now, for some reason, Sport Chek still carries these gloves, and they're like $30 now. They're super cheap, just because they're such an older model. But yeah, you can still pick these up, and they last you a long time. I'm not quite sure if you can tell. Only place I'm missing is on the finger right here and here. But again, 6 seasons for a pair of gloves is unreal, and on my snapping hand, it's still perfect. I could go like this right now. I'm off, and I still have grip, and they're that old. It's, fantastic. So I guess we'll just get into the ratings now, because there's not a lot to talk about these gloves. First off, the one thing I didn't really like is the way it makes your hands look. I kind of feel like it makes your fingers look really long, and I didn't quite like the way it looks on my hands. I wasn't a fan of that. However, you do have this really nice cuff on the bottom here, that kind of ergonomic design, how it goes to that V, so you have all that great movement. As well as on the bottom, the grip does extend like many Under Armour gloves to help with catching, that kind of thing, which Cutters is just starting to do. So they're definitely a lot more advanced back in the day. Okay, so to get into the ratings, so first off we have grip. Now, because this grip obviously still works, but it is wearing away a little bit, I did rate an 8. Just because it doesn't have that sticky ability like a Nike VaporJet would, but it is still a very durable grip, which is, you kind of have to give and take there, so I gave it an 8, which I thought was a pretty fair rating. Next is breathability. So I didn't get these gloves because they were breathable anyway. They have all this padding. My hands are sweating in them right now just from wearing them for 5 minutes. But they did try and counteract that by adding in these perforations and some mesh on the top, like right here. So because of that, I only gave it a 7 in breathability, because these would probably be really tough gloves to wear in the summer. Okay. Moving on, we have fit. Now, I didn't really enjoy the fit on these. It kind of feels weird around your fingers, because it kind of feels like my gloves, they're tight, but my knuckles are slightly off. So maybe they wanted your knuckle to be around here, and that they're just a little off on that. Like, it was good on my index finger, but it was off on my 2 middle fingers, and the thumbs are kind of wonky. They feel good, but it's really tough. But what can you do? Okay, so for fit, I gave it a 7.5. Next is protection. So these have an enormous amount of protection on the top, as you can see, and they even have the protection on the inside. So because of that, the protection is absolutely great. It goes all the way down, even past the Velcro. They had the Velcro over top, so it wouldn't limit your protection at all. So there's even protection built into the cuff, which is really nice. So because of that, I give the protection a 9.5. The only one I would rate higher is probably the Kyro's Hex Pad, because that is like centimeter thick padding on the top of the hand, which I absolutely loved. And so I gave that a protection of 9.5. Now for durability, as you can see, they don't look that worn. You probably couldn't tell how many seasons I've worn them for just by looking at them. You could think maybe 1 or 2, but it's actually been 5, so that's a crazy amount. But because it was wearing off on these fingers right here, I can't give it a 10, so I gave it a 9 on durability. Okay, so that leaves it an overall of an 8.2. That is for, you know, it's a great lineman glove. I'll give you that. Yeah, thanks.